I don't know what you've done to me, but I can't sleep anymore.
I first came to Kerala in 1994. I travelled through the length and breadth of India, and on the train actually from Delhi, so it was 2.5 days. And what a fantastic journey it was just to come into Kerala, coming down from the Western Ghats through there into the jungle. We saw baby elephants feeding by streams. We saw the beautiful greenery, the lush Kerala. But in the end of 1996, I won a commission to write a travel guide on Kerala. I actually had wanted to write a novella about a travel guide, but I met a publisher, and when I described Kerala, he was so enthralled by it that he said, well, we only do travel guides. Will you write our first travel guide on Kerala? And it would become the first Western travel guide to Kerala that had ever been written. The Kerala government very kindly agreed to look after my accommodation and my travel around the state in order to produce this guide. And I then was on Kovalam beach, and I really was interested in finding a woman to come with me, because when you're writing travel guides, it's quite important to have the eyes of both genders, really, because we see different things in the bathroom, different things in the hotels and so forth. And I happened to talk to a German nurse, about 29 or so, freelance nurse, who was traveling around the state. And we got on well together, so I asked her if she would accompany me on this journey. And she was reluctant. She said, look, I'm a backpacker. I haven't got what clothes will I wear if you're taking me to 5-star hotels? It's a bit like a Cinderella story, if you like. So I said, well, look, I'll make you a dress, a silk dress. And she wanted a red silk dress, so it would be a red silk dress, which was tailor-made for her by one of the tailors on Kovalam Beach. So we set off around the state. We agreed that we would visit 3 hotels, check out 3 hotels every day and 3 restaurants every day. Plus we had sights to see and so forth. So it was a pretty grueling schedule, but it was fantastic. It was a very intense time. We visited so many hotels, so many restaurants. It was 24 hours set together. And if you can imagine being locked in a car and locked in that type of relationship with a beautiful woman for that long, then I ended up what I would call romantically entangled. And we've got a good, strong friendship, but it's been tested on the way by arguments and misunderstandings and so forth. But it was quite beautiful. So we got back to Kovalam, and when we got back, I had to fly back to London to do a presentation, a market research presentation, while Stephanie wanted to go on to Gorkana, which was her original paradise beach. So I was left in Kovalam in the Papakuti Hotel, in the shower, making up this song, I Can't Sleep, I'm Waiting for You to Return. And we actually wrote letters, we exchanged letters every week for 5 weeks, but she didn't return. So my song developed and developed, and then I kept it for many, many years. I sung it to her a few years later. I was returning from Kerala last year, and I was reminded of a song that I'd written 25 years previously and was in cold storage. And that spring, I was walking by the Mersey, and I bumped into a friend and talked to her about it. She said that her partner Duncan was a musician and might be able to help me. Now at the time I wasn't aware that Duncan was a seasoned artist. He'd been signed up by Factory Records, he'd been signed up by Sony Music, he'd also had a top 10 hit in Japan. Anyway, we met and we hit it off, and I Can't Sleep became more than just a dream. So Duncan and I worked on the music, and then once we'd got the music sorted, then we decided it had a bit of an Indian flavour, so we decided to contact an Indian company in Trivandrum,
and they set to work on developing the music even further so that it would have that Indian feel. In Sivin Simon and vocalist Sharath Rajan, we found two great Trivandrum musicians. We also got on board Trivandrum video producer Benoy Armstrong, and he got us Kerala's superstar dancer Nayana Josan and her dance partner Bharath Binu. Their dancing is marvellous, so I hope people learn their dance moves and sing along. The video is now available online. Just go to my YouTube channel at Phil Frampton. So thanks for listening. It's my story, but a story so many of us have experienced. What would love be without its trials and tribulations? One love.